slow.
Wait, whoa, we're live. Hello, hi, welcome. Knife round's underway, pistol round's about to begin, and, well, Overpass is here shortly. Let the games begin, action will resume. Let's go.
You had me nervous there for a minute. I think we're safe though. I feel like I was safe, right? I don't know. We'll find. It is what it is. Pistol Roy is key. With the utility getting bought up by Yell, go for the double flash instead of a smoke, which lends me to think they're gonna peek Monster or something of the sort.
Yes, they're going for it. But they don't actually see anything off that. Now, he might opt to jump down and maybe flash over for them to go even further into Monster. But if I'm Neptune and Caboose, I think I just heard Shandy up close peeking this, so they're just going to wait. They know they have a battle up close here in Monster Pipe. Only problem is, there still are 4 defenders here on this B site.
And there you have it. Fraud gets the first. Shiz gonna swing around. I don't know how he's still alive. Bolt sword short with a USP. As the T's continue to bounce around and evade death, it's just Cello. He spots one player towards Pillar. 62. They're giving him the 1v1s, but Swag will win it. Fraud comes up huge with 3. Was he the one jumping around like a bad man? Just saying, take me, shoot me? He was jumping around.
Hey, you gotta be that distraction, right? Why not? SWOLE Patrol picking up in a pretty important round. I feel like this is good for their mental and their psyche, right? Like, they almost need this early start to really restabilize. And unfortunately, Wardell has still not made an appearance, which is really unfortunate. And it kind of saddens me a little bit. But you know what? SWOLE Patrol are playing their hearts out. And that's really the main point. So Rosa now looking to get into water. He might have himself a battle, but it actually would be found by Shandy instead. The water control is successful for INTZ. The early game plan has worked out favorably, and they are now readjusting.
Well, Yell looking for, as we saw in the U game, Roy. Scouts and Deagles were deadly there. Will they be in this situation? And Swag tagged to 12. Yell gets lit. He's going to fall all the way back, but Bolts is kind of the cleanup crew. He's here hoping to get something. Anything. A single kill. They already have a man advantage, but they're outgunned, Roy. So taking another one is
Oh, that tag. That information confirms it. The smoke's coming in. The flashbang should blind Shandy if it's deep enough. But if they're not quick on these and clean on these entries, this is going to be very problematic. All of the INTZ players are here, Keith.
Well, there we go. Will there be more kills to follow? Shiz makes it to Dice. He has the MP. Low. Can he swing and get 2? He can. He only 1, but Cello, they're so low. It's stand-in. The coach playing, and Swag so low, which makes this winnable for Cello. They're 1 bullet apiece. They're creeping around. There's 1. Swag tried to plant. Cello's dancing. Swag needs a headshot, and Cello's the one who hits it. On a peak like that on the truck is pure confidence, and he somehow connects it. INTZ will steal back around thanks to that clean opening kill and connector that kind of opened up that map control for them.
Yeah, and you gotta just love it. Like, every player died, but they did damage dying, right? They didn't kind of empty die. They were at least getting tags off. They were getting some more damage. It made things much easier for that final blow. But, I mean, that early start, that psyche that we were hoping SWOLE Patrol was gonna get to kind of bolster their confidence here in this second map just got robbed by INTZ, Keith. That's gone.
Shots from Cello. Can he stay alive and long? He won't, but Yellow's, I don't think they expect this, but they kind of had a feeling that they wouldn't leave a rifle like that alone. These pistols desperately trying to cling on to something this round, Roy, but Yell doesn't want to let them have a chance. He's kind of isolated, and he gets deleted by Saprosa. INTZ overreaching and getting slapped back down, Roy.
There's only the MP9s remaining here for INTZ. And Fraud is more than happy to wait. So is Sub Rosa, but they're beginning to advance now. Shiz looking for the fight. Shiz able to find it against the AK-47. That's not supposed to go that way. But the 1-for-1 trade. Neptune now up close on towards long. With 30 seconds left, I don't think going back B is an option. They need to make it work. Shandy jump spots, and he sees nothing. And they're already on... Wait. Surely... Oh, no. Bolt has a drop on him right here. Rosa looking for it, but Bolt still wins the duel nonetheless. He's down to Neptune. He eliminates Bolt. Bomb on his back. It can be planted. And Shandy... I don't think he's looking to make any noise here. There it is. Neptune has spotted him. Bomb will go down. Shandy. Just mind games now between these two guys.
Yeah, he's gonna dance around the smoke. Last place I'd expect Neptune to go to, and that's exactly the same thing for Sandy. The Shandy man. That's SWOLE Patrol answer right back, Roy. I mean, it seems to be the power of the pistols is kind of what we're looking at right now for Overpass, which is kind of the opposite of what we're used to.
Yeah, I was actually having this conversation earlier today with you, I think. We were talking about how Overpass was kind of done a reversal, right, on some levels on this game. Like, it's not really the CT-sided map that it used to be. Sub Rosa, he's looking for that opening frag. He's whoa! Okay, that's a sentence stopper. That's a free gun. Sub Rosa, I mean, he was feeling confident. He was taking the risks earlier on, but at some point, if you're not feeling it in the second map, you kind of just have to stop forcing it.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a rough time towards water, unfortunately. And it cost them the first round that they lost, and will it cost them another? Zand, Shand as you've called him,
Chandy
has acquired the AK. The molly towards barrel. Fight gets won. The nade comes in. Swag is low, and it's Swag and Neptune. 2v3. They smoke mid-sight. They don't have control of water, and that might make them a little hesitant. As Bolt looks to work around the rampant pit. And you can already tell Swag's starting to back up. I mean, he just wants to throw utility for Neptune, trying to let him find another fight. The scout rings out as Bolt's taking the fight with Neptune. Nice shot in, but the immediate refrag from Yell leaves Swag in another clutch that is pivotal early on for SWOLE Patrol. And with 30 seconds, a scout towards Graffiti, another player in pit that he's unaware about, and he's going to start to creep. Yell and Swag connects the shots. 19 seconds, so Molly and plant. But Yell, will he stay posted? Is Swag gonna try to peek? Yellow's posted on him. Can Swag somehow creep out of here? He'll stay towards the ball, backing up, and Yell will connect the headshot. A little excessive, only needed a body shot, but that's all Swag gave him.
Yeah, that was really good awareness, though, from Swag, right? I think he heard him rotating earlier, so he's like, he's probably having posted on me with the scout. He knows it was a scout. And he was trying to creep into the headshot angle and just take the headshot angle fight, but yeah, just hit a nice shot. And INTZ, once again, they answered back. Shot for shot, it seems, early on this first half, Keith. And this is kind of the most entertaining form of CS, right? Like, you just never know how it's going to unfold. And this map is not quite like Vertigo, right? Where you kind of have expected results from expected teams. This map is a playground. It can go either way. And you can find fights anywhere you want.
Towards Sandwich, Roy. I think INTZ have to be a little cautious this round, right? Mainly because the last time they're in a situation like this, which isn't that long ago, they lost to a very similar buy. They can't afford for anyone to go down individually like Bolts may just do now. He's being chased. He's being hunted. He's going to drop his utility set and still come out victorious. Will he get a second to boot? Somehow still alive. Yell is going to push up towards Sandwich. Nice 2 shots in for him. As now it just leaves Swag, Roy. Doesn't have the bomb. But he has an SG, so... And there you go. It's dinked in response.
Yeah, he still took a lot of damage from that, though. I think his chances here have been pretty much eliminated. Actually, wait. How can this man take so many bullets at 22 HP? I don't get it. He got naded down to 11. That did 10 damage, that bullet from the MP9. So I think the 1 HP call is definitely out now. But the bomb is in no man's land. I'm not fancying his odds in this one, even though he's brought it down to the 1v2. Oh, wait.
Oh, hang on, Roy. What did you say? Take it back. Even Molly's the rotator. He knows he has to run back dice and plant. No time to take this fight on one, Roy. 1 point of health.
You could take a headshot angle here if he can make it there. He's looking for it.
He can.
Oh,
he makes it.
This is genius.
He gets
this
the
is
dumpster.
genius.
He scopes into the SG. Cello spots him. 100 versus 1, Roy. 99 more HP to Cello. And Swag's gonna peek and still living. He is a living embodiment. Can he get back-to-back aces, Roy? One in the first map, one here. And Cello's just gonna jump on it. 3 seconds.
Oh,
2
no.
seconds. 1 second. It's not quite planted for Swag. And
What
he
a
can't do it.
robbery.
Oh, he just nearly played himself, but was that close or what?
Wow, he brought that down to the apps. He stretched it, Keith. Like, I can't believe that round even came down to a 1v1. Wow. I feel like my heart was rooting for him. Like, just after the fact that he's in that 1v4 and turns into a 1v1 with 1 HP. Like, what? Who are you? That's insane. Bow down to the king. What a play from Swag. But INTZ, they do keep everything. Rounds at least. But the economy for both of these teams is resting on this. Like, there's huge swing potential available for either of these teams here.
Yeah, Yell, realizing the implications of this round, realizing what it's worth, just gonna fall back. I don't know if I like this fallback position, Roy. Maybe I'm being a bit overbearing. But long alone on a buy like this, where you know they just had a scrappy one, it gives little opportunities to SWOLE Patrol to capitalize if they can, right? Or if they're able to isolate that player. Let's give this use utility to find the sandwich player. Yell, good timing to fall back. I think he was waiting out that bathroom smoke. And get a backup now as Cello will smoke sandwich. And they will be able to fall all the way back to site. And they're going to do the little boost here, Roy. The middle of the wall boost that lets you clear barrels. Spotted by Swag, and he was making all the plays. He jump spots and makes the call. He's going to flash for his teammate to get out Monster. The flash will land on Sand, and it's MP9 playing 1 and 2 onto Sub Rosa. He can push forward. He's going to keep going to the SG. Finally taken care of as Neptune has found the rotator. And he knows his player jumped out of heaven. He realizes it. Flicking all over in madness. With 18 seconds, they need a plant. But Yell looks to shut it down, but Neptune hits another one. That's 2, and it's just Cello. They don't know where he is. They have to plant still. They're going to go for a default plant. And here's Cello. Surprise! They pump those down, though. Neptune can hit it. No armor. 2 kills, and the nade will find him. Wow.
Round,
I need to breathe. This game is getting kind of crazy.
Yeah, I can't blame you for needing a breath, but... Okay, one, I'm surprised the bomb actually went through there. 2, why is he planting default? Like, the smoke is there. You don't have water control, and there's a good chance, like, there's a good chance he's there. It's not 50-50. Like, you already killed the monster player. It's not going to be that guy. And you killed one of the rotators. He's either rotating in through water, or he's coming in through A. The smoke is there in the middle of the site. Just plant safely instead of planting default. But... wow, that came down to the absolute wire. Had Neptune had armor there, that would have been insane. But the force spike comes back out after the bomb plant, and they're just rushing it in on the B site.
By Storm, and Zan will go down at Neptune. This guy in his pistol seems to be a pattern, as Neptune's just gonna plant now. They need the money. And he'll secure it. Keep in mind, that was a full investment from SWOLE Patrol. This time, INTZ manage it well. It's not a 1v1. It's a 3v1, and they keep 3 alive. But with the loss bonus and plant, I can't quite tell, but I imagine SWOLE Patrol are gonna buy, Roy.
Yeah, they have a lot of money. If they don't buy here, I'll be heavily surprised. But yeah, they're going to go for it. As expected, of course. AK-47s, they have SGs. They have enough utility to take a default if they want to smoke off bathrooms, divider, molly off, party. Like, any of these plays are definitely possible. And they have just enough utility for the late round commitment, right? Single smoke for jump up, maybe a single smoke for heaven if it comes down to the back of the B rotate. But it seems like they're mostly focused on the A split and the A default right now, sending 2 in connector and 3 towards A.
Nice opening kill in from Yell. Able to back all the way up. Swag pushes in towards Yell's here. Good jiggle in from Swag, but not expecting Cello to still be lurking, still hanging out, waiting for that kill. Yell may try to pick up the pace toward him, but the utility is kind of separating this. Cello is on the hunt for another Roy. He gets 2, and Yell isn't done being aggressive yet himself. This has been an all-out brawl for INTZ.
Okay, so there's one return frag, but I feel like the damage is dealt. 40 seconds left on the clock. The bomb's all the way down in playground. And it's on his back, of course, but there's no bomb site there. If anything, they're as far from a bomb site as you can possibly get on this map. There's Yell eliminating Caboose, and maybe along with it are the chances, but it's Swag once again in a 1 versus 4. Surely the Brazilians got this one locked down this time. The push from SHZ comes in. He's just going to go into waters. He doesn't have to take the 1v1 here towards Monster. And it seems like they're very much aware this is ending Monster. A lot of the rotation is in, and there's SHZ holding down the B-bomb site, and it is INTZ upgrading to 6 rounds, and SWOLE Patrol are starting to fall behind, Keith.
Well, Roy, starting to swing in INTZ's favor, but it is SWOLE Patrol with a couple pistols and nothing to lose this round. I feel like that's oddly when they're stealing rounds away. They're like this. They're going to try to take the fight on towards Bolts. That nade is chunky. The molly to follow it up. Going to force them back. A bad start to the round. As Bolts is falling all the way back to A site. Not wanting to give any rifles up. Not wanting to let the op slip into enemies' hands. Or the AK. Just going to be completely safe and complicit in giving up map control. And you know what? That's fine because they can afford it at this point. They don't need to fight. They have a couple smokes and mollies left. Pressure's on SWOLE Patrol, but I mean, they're grasping at straws, Roy. They're looking for the needle in the haystack that is the opening pick, and they nearly found it.
Trying to figure out what SWOLE Patrol's winning condition would be in this round besides finding these 1Ds, but now they're starting to get chipped down. Swag down to 23, Caboose at 14, Sabrosa, Neptune not too far above that. Fraud's really the only healthy player, but he's the only one without armor. It seems like right now they're just going to go for the boost, hope for the best. I don't think they cast someone with this one. Yeah, I'm not seeing a chance here for SWOLE Patrol unless they get like 2 openers in a row here.
Yeah, they're gonna need Neptune and his pistol to open stuff. Just be able to spray them down. Yeah, he was kind of ready for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went Monster. The one angle with that SG is gonna be effective. And here we go though, Roy. This is the round, and the thing is, how much is it gonna impact them on a map like Overpass to not have an op, right? Or a primary op.
Right.
Swag can pick up the duties, but it's not the same as someone you know who does it all the time, and it's their role, it's their thing, right? You practice certain hits or certain timings with him. So, and on their map pick, it may come into effect. I'm honestly unsure. I mean, I feel like it will.
Yeah, mainly because you don't really have a way to punish these aggressive duels that INTZ's taking, right? I think that's like one of the biggest unspoken benefits about an opera is that it creates a sense of paranoia on the map, right? It forces people to play respectfully, especially if you've been punishing peaks over and over. Now Cello's boosted up, looking for Sabrosa inside water, and he finds it. So the man advantage for INTZ. Uh-oh. Sandy in the open gets caught off by Swag. Bit over aggressive, especially considering the fact that they got the opening pick and he didn't really see anything else in water.
Now, all even favors the T's. That is, if they had some info, which they do now. They've spotted the jump spot. They have bathrooms control. I don't know where that bullet went from Swag. I think just over the shoulder. And they immediately respond with long control. Swag comes back, and he gets dropped by Yell, who is willing and ready for that. They don't know about the second player pushed up long. As far as they know, Yell was the one jump spotting. As all the utility reigns in, Roy forces Yell back off of jump up. And this player from Long has played his game. He knows how to play well. He has to win this duel, and he will do just that. A little shaky, a little rocky, but he manages it.
That's sexy.
And now Neptune or Caboose. Yeah, their backs are literally back to night. Caboose has to make an aggressive play, and he needs to win another one against Bank. Doesn't know where Yell is. He's worried about the Bathrooms player, and he gets shot in the back. INTZ have been just stepping their game up the last few rounds.
Yeah, they've definitely stepped it up. And it seems like they have their protocols a little bit more clearly now, right? Like the long A player getting the flank, they have the early setups into a mid-round transition, and they know exactly, or at least have a good idea of how the rounds should be ending. And it's working perfectly into their hands. Now they're in a much better position, right? You have an AWP, you have an SG, you have an AK on the CT side. Like if you're INTZ, you're comfortable. And on top of all of these elements, you also have a really high amount of money. So I mean, your safety net's gigantic as well.
Rod's gonna try to get water control. This time it's Sabrosa on the op, Roy. Throw it around to everyone until we figure out who. You know who I want to use it, Roy. You already know my answer. It's Fraud, but he'll stick with the rifle for now. And Sabrosa peers short towards the site, and that's the last thing Shiz was expecting, which is kind of surprising to me.
Oh!
And Sabrosa hits another one. Will full blind and mullied. He connects another shot. All right, you know what? I'm okay with it being in Sabrosa's hands. That's fine. There's still 2 more players here for INTZ, and I don't know if Soul Patrol will be ready for it, but with over a minute, a 2-man advantage, they're primed. Don't tell me they're peeking him again.
Wow.
They're doing it again, Roy.
It almost looks like he's fishing.
80. Yeah. Hook, line, and sinker. He can ace with a hump right here. And Yell, he's going to have to do some backflips to make this work. They find the flanker. They know where Yell is. They're even going to peek into him for some reason. Don't tell me they give this away. He splits the 2 players. And it's managed. They almost. But it was
I saw glimpses of it, Keith.
Yeah. If they line up and he hits them both in Peach Monster, like,
oh
dude,
no, I'm getting anxiety from that.
would have screeched. But
wow.
I bet Sabrosa would have yelled louder. But it's okay. They got their third. Their goal, I'd say, is 5. 5-6, Seaside, perfectly manageable.
Yeah.
On this map.
What's actually interesting is that Sabrosa had a lot of rifle success in the last map, and his risks were paid off nicely. But it seems like in this one, his rifle duels haven't quite been there. But back when he was on the French Canadians team, he was opping for a little while. So he actually is a very capable opper. And since he isn't feeling that comfortable with the op, and maybe Swag is feeling held back by the op, Sabrosa is a perfect person to give the op to. And he seems to be doing well with it so far. Now the round is really quiet. Single smoke, a single flash is a huge intel in these kind of scenarios. And that smoke here from some SWOLE Patrol towards Monster applies a lot of the pressure. But they need to be careful because they have to push Yell back, along with Cello here inside the bathrooms. Yell, he's still hunting for that opening pick, and he eventually finds it onto Swag.
It's Cello, though. Works around the smoke, Roy. He knows he has 2 more players back on the site, so he can afford to be this aggressive forward player. He's played it so well so far this half, and he has all the information. They've gone back down. He's going to call both those players to rotate as quick as they can. In the meantime, Zan, towards barrels. He's found success. There's Cello striking the connector. Zan, well, smoked off, still gets one more, and it's Rod. A 1v5, not to be. And as though SWOLE Patrol was looking promising in the previous round, INTZ just back to what works.
Starting to look almost grim now, I feel. It was looking kind of street fighty in the beginning of this. Now it's starting to look like like they're far too comfortable on the CT side now. Their protocols are working perfectly. Yell looking for the opening duel as well as the information. So Rosa's gotten past, and oh wait, Yell heard that. So he heard him last second. A bit of less safe ad. All right, so Rosa, you can take control. We're gonna fall back to site. They're not really liking their paranoia coming in from connector, so they're gonna fall all the way back to the A site. Now this creates a big gap on the map, right? Like, they don't know what's happening in bathrooms. They're not entirely sure what's going on in connector. They don't fully know what's happening long A either, which means that the third person kind of needs to stay supporting A site in case the execute or the pop happens.
Cello again being this aggressive forward stance. They will cut down the round from Soul Patrol. Not much of a round into it, really, as INTZ have built up a bank. They've built up a healthy. And now that 5th round that Soul Patrol were chasing may just have to go to the wayside, and they might just have to play for 4. It's just going to be some upgraded pistols, a couple sets of armor. Yeah, that's all they're going to go into. So, I mean, they, again, not to be repetitive, they have won, I believe, a couple rounds like this, but the adjustments INTZ have made have really started to show, and they've seemed just a little more stable across the map.
And they're becoming riskier, right? Like, now that they have a huge round lead, this is where the Brazilian style becomes signature, right? They start to break the rules. They start to break the timings. They go for early peaks. They go for aggressive peaks in the mid-round as well. Now they got themselves a double-man advantage, and they're still going for more, right? Like any other team in this scenario, they're going to take their wins, and they're going to start going more passive, right? Falling back to site. Not INTZ. They're still going to wear you down. Anytime you take map control, they're going to wear you down. And it worked flawlessly. Now SWOLE Patrol are looking to fight for the final round of this half. 4 rounds here on the board would actually change the narrative a little bit, but not much. A 12-3 for INTZ means that the pistol round is doom or gloom for SWOLE Patrol.
Yeah, Swag getting one towards short though through the smoke. That's a bit of a promising start. By the way, he has 180 R, which means he's averaging a kill a round. As that Molly's gonna deny the boost, so I nearly dies to it. 9 HP. That's a shame. It looks like Shiz is waiting for a flash towards Monster as the smoke's going to start to dissipate. INTZ have had no problem taking fights towards Monster here. Just as that smoke pops on towards short, it opens up Monster to some fights. And there's 4 players from SWOLE Patrol waiting on this other side. Shiz knows he has to take the duel. First, can he get the second? No. Good movement from Neptune. Bolts has backed up and he's towards Pillar. He stands tall for 1. He knows they can't come forward. It's smoked. And Bolts doubles in for 2. The smoke's gone and Bolts got 3. He owns this Pillar as it's Sub Rosa. Can he be the Pillar SWOLE Patrol needs in a 1v2? Up in hand. There's so many angles to clear here, Roy. He's gonna need a bit of luck.
Oh, he knows exactly which one to look for in heaven at the very least. Yell gets pushed off. Yellow's in a bit of an off angle, might be hard, and the one-shot potential of the SG just is too much for him to handle. And it is INTZ with a sweeping first half, and Bolts. Look at that, just such a strong hold here on the Pillar. A position known for its multi-frag potential. Wow. Now the second half begins. The pistol round is, I think it goes without saying, I think this pistol round is almost a necessity if you're SWOLE Patrol. Like, there really is no option. And I feel like not only do you need to win this pistol, but you almost have to deny the ball plan as well.
Yeah, you have to limit every chance that INTZ gets something out of this round outside of the loss, right? If they get a couple too many kills and they're able to buy up around it, you can't let that happen. If they get the bomb plank, that extra cash injection, you ultimately can't let that happen. So there's a lot that needs to be shut down. And Sub Rosa is the only one to take damage as he falls back. And something's telling me this is going to be a ruse. Throw utility, commit a couple players, go back down con. They know SWOLE Patrol are on edge. So over-rotating something that's likely to happen. Sub Rosa, one taps Cello. No problems there. He's going to be going for more. Shiz, same fate. Sub Rosa's locking them out as Caboose is rotated over. No ruse whatsoever. With the Monster player going down, it's Yell and Zan who have to commit to this.
Rosa goes for the second battle as well, and he gets all 4. That's what they wanted. Everyone gets discount head armor. A great start. Bomb plant denied, and Sub Rosa, maybe he comes to life full effect here in the second half. I mean, he kind of had a quiet beginning of the first half until he picked up the op. Once he had that op in his hand, he was doing much better. But now this is a much better start here. INTZ not quite fancying their force buy, so they are going to go with just pistols. P250s mostly. They're few blocks.
Trying to make as much cash as they can. Swag, here's these players come up next. Drop nade, MP9, gonna farm up to the USP. Cello with his knife out. Bomb will hit Swag in the face. It's a consolation prize, but here we go, INTZ. It'll be AKs and light sprinkling of utility. Or an SG and no utility, Roy. He's got me there. And they do it on 2 players, too.
Yeah, they love the 5 firepower. I can't blame them, though, right? Like, you just run and gun with the SGs. Sometimes utility is great, but other times firepower is great. And they probably know they're against MP9s and stuff, so that high firepower would serve them well. Now, there's space being made here by SWOLE Patrol towards A site. Oh, that smoke is going a little deeper than Neptune wanted.
Will it work? There might be a gap, yep. Cello, they're baiting utility out in the meantime. Fraud's getting caught out. They're out monster. Fraud doesn't get a kill, and they're out monster, but the player short's kind of the linchpin. If Fraud can just stay alive, let this heaven player throw his utility for him. It's all coming together. There's Fraud. Still alive. Sabrosa's getting close. Flash over. 1 for Sabrosa. Can't get 2. Bolts and Zand immediately answer back. And they have a man advantage now to SWOLE Patrol, but there's Bolt pushing forward to the side. It's Neptune and Caboose. Zand may start to get wary of a flank. Does he realize he's behind? He will, but Caboose wins the fight and Bolts knows. Does he assume that they think he pushed through? Do they hear him? Has he made too much noise? He's waiting for the bridge push. He knows he's going to get cleared. All the noise is being made from the MP9 on the site. And Bolts peeks, wins the fight, looking for Caboose. He knows he was monster. And he's going to stick the plan. He's going to secure the money. Caboose lets this go through. And he makes it to pit. Lit, but makes it to pit. But Caboose manages it well.
Nice patience by him. Yeah, that was really well played.
That's money injected. INTZ with loss bonus and plan. I think they can run it back.
Yeah, I think they will run it back too. A little careless from Neptune though, just to expose himself on the side like that. I do imagine though that maybe they thought Bolts could have escaped or trying to escape to go to A site. A scenario that they definitely would not want. I can get it, but it's a little bit forward there with no trade potential. And the round is theirs, and that's really all that matters. But INTZ is going to run it back. Rifles picked up. SHZ not quite. Okay, he's going to go for the AK armor. Little utility once again. Full utility on 1 player. Everyone else with 0. Water control is here. Yeah. Sabrosa's walked in, and look at this boost coming out. Both teams have been doing this boost, by the way. Inside connector. And they're not doing the
pipe
boost.
one?
Yeah, the one where they just jump up just to peek into it. Neptune gets spotted out in water. If they eliminate Neptune, maybe they overtake Sabrosa.
Maybe. But Neptune seems to be doing okay. He's going to be playing the head angle. Waiting and daring them to peek as Bolt spots the feet, and he will take Sabrosa down, Roy. Not overlooking it. But Neptune, can he get one for the exit? No, he's going to let him run by. Neptune's going to take the quick flank route. I like it.
This forward timing is going to be crucial. If he catches the bomb... Oh man, that'd be a disaster for INTZ, but maybe he doesn't expect this late rotate. It might actually fight him in the back. He's not going to expect Bolts to be here, so they will eliminate Neptune. A bit of a sandwich, but now there's only 25 seconds left. They need to get on that bomb site as soon as possible.
Swag trying to hang on with ZWP, Roy. He will connect a shot, and it is just Bolts. Having to swing this truck player with 14 seconds or deal with the up and bank, both are difficult to do. The flash comes over the top. They're going to peek now. There's no way Bolts should be able to win this, and he won't. SWOLE Patrol have stopped the bleeding.
Yeah, they're coming to life.
They continue. Yeah, they are. They're warming up.
they've been resuscitated, Keith. They looked a little bit flat for a while, but now I'm seeing their hearts pumping. AK-47 for Caboose. Nice discipline there in that 3v1. Not really overexposing, not getting antsy, just full confidence in each other. That's exactly what they needed. And the lack of bomb plant, that puts INTZ back on the eco. And this will allow SWOLE Patrol that extra safety net, right? No more eco potential here. We don't need a lot of weapons, of course. Oh, that's a weapon and an M4.
Fraud. Semic smoke comes down. He's gonna play around this one, Roy. His part of the heavy lifting, that molly. Versus Zan forward. Little does he know. And his teammate has to swing. Big gunfight won by Fraud. That's clinical. That's needed because the execute's coming out from long. Now they can just turn and worry about that.
As soon as you alleviate that bathroom's pressure, like your defenses on the A side become so much stronger. And look at Fraud just tapping away, getting his confidence up.
Nice.
Bit of aim training there for him. 3-piece for Fraud. Well done by him. And SWOLE Patrol, they do advance to 8 rounds. A full round deficit. A scenario that we saw ourselves in last time as well. I mean, these 4 rounds are 2 gun rounds, maybe 3 if the bomb plans come through. So SWOLE Patrol are not too far away from a potential tie here. And they're looking much better in these rounds. So let's see it against a full buy now, for real. Full utility available for INTZ. Yao is the only one struggling with in terms of util, but not a big deal. And Swag, he's found the opening pick and connector.
Wow. Yeah, giving some freedom to off, some creative, to Swag, some creative freedom. And so Broza is gonna push up. Swag's gone down. I don't think Cello checks it. Oh, he gets that. Look, I'm not going to say that's greedy because he was hoping a second would come around the corner. So I understand. But Sabroza's going to be kicking himself. Wow. That was a free pick to response to how when Swag went down. And now it's just Fraud alone on A. But maybe it's a lack of trust because everyone's rotated up.
5 seconds left on the clock now. The ball's in INTZ's court. This is a great decision, right? Don't commit quickly on the A site. Really smart by INTZ. Just taking their time. Letting the defenses overthink their gamble here. But if I'm SWOLE Patrol, I'm honestly just sticking this. Like, if they go B, that's fine. You guys go B. We'll save on A. But if they come into A, our chances are tenfold higher because we have 3 players defending. Second pick, Caboose lines them up. He brings it back down to something a little bit more manageable, and he's brought it down to a 1 versus 1. The 3-piece for him. The flashback comes out, but Bolts, he is not phased. He's been in these scenarios many times, and INTZ do hold on to the round. 13-8.
I was gonna let that one actually build, Roy. I'm happy you picked up on it because out of nowhere, Caboose just kind of does what he does, and now this is what I would call a huge late game round, right? All rounds are important, but this one has big implications. Will SWOLE Patrol be broke? Is Yell gonna find a pick on the boost?
Oh, they're going for it.
Oh, the train! He's jump spawning. He's jump spawning. There's the heavy player.
Fraud.
Nice.
That's
it comes
savage.
Through. Now, if the train didn't come through, I think he might have found the jump spotter too. So Broza gets caught in connector, and that's kind of a double-edged sword. You lose that boost player. Now Caboose is going to look for a refrag. Bolts is ready for every possibility. If he saw Casper, the friendly coach, right now, he would pull the trigger. He is just dead-eye. Anything that peeks him is getting shot right now, Roy.
Wow. Yeah, I do get the mentality for Sabroza, though, right? They're running the quad stack. There's a gap. There has to be a gap. It takes a lot of eggs in that basket. But Neptune looking for the equalizer or some sort of equalizer, I guess. Can't help but feel like this round is over. And INTZ, They're getting closer and closer to that finish line. The Brazilian champions, potentially. And now Neptune's hearing all this. And he holds all the cards, but those cards are instantly gone. Bolt eliminates him from the side, who's been a huge pillar of success here for INTZ. Now the site is theirs, along with the round, and they will improve to 14. A 6-round deficit. Swag, the op, holding on to this will be the key in the next round.
Holding on this for pretty much map life. Their money is going to be destroyed. Swag desperately needs to hang on to this because opening. Oh, that peak lets his barrel be shown. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Cello to get that close. He didn't see the legs. He was probably talking to his teammates about what to do next round, and I think they got a bye, right? Yeah, this is tough. You're gonna be back-to-back rounds like this unless they pull this one out, Roy.
Man, that's really unfortunate for SWOLE Patrol, but really well done by INTZ. They took the auto out of his hands, and along with that, any real chance SWOLE Patrol has, like maybe some X-Factor play works here. Oh, what? How does that nade not destroy them? It's like on their feet.
Huh. Sometimes the ground likes to eat some nades, Roy. Who knows? Flag's gonna get mollied out. That door player can't really help. It's Caboose again. He's considering opening it and being a nuisance. Waiting for the second tunnel player. Bolt sniffs it out. Swag now. He's gonna try to get some lucky timing. Shut down by his hand. And SWOLE Patrol, they're scrambling, Roy. This is nothing going their way at this moment. 9TZ are playing to a T, Roy.
A 2-player advantage. Now, it's forcing SWOLE Patrol in a very uncomfortable scenario where I feel like they have to make a decision. But this decision is just to stick with a 2-man setup here on the monster. The flashbang comes off. It's perfect, but it's only good for one. INTZ, they remain in the lead. They remain in the driver's seat. And one by one, we are seeing full control being exerted here by the Brazilian side. And SWOLE, he's not even stressed. He's still on the lurk. Sneaking. Looking for that player to try to save his weapons. And there it is, the chokehold, and now INTZ Intrépides, they have done it. They have brought themselves up to match in series point. 7 attempts to break it here. And they put themselves in an amazing win condition, and look at the economy for SWOLE Patrol. Everything is INTZ's. It's all in their court right now.
Yeah, money, opening duels, success rate, I imagine, is high into their favor. The trade frags, the way they're defaulting and out trading, and nearly every aspect of the game has been in their side of the court. They're clearing connector methodically. They're not taking any chances. They're using all their utility. They're not letting their lead get to them, and it's just SWOLE Patrol that have had no luck. Both will tap away Neptune, who was jump spotting up to the last second. That is a hard shot to hit. And Lich is pushed up, gonna take the fight with the player long, and he taps away Sabrosa. The card house is starting to tumble, Roy. It's getting picked apart as INTZ look to have a full house. As Cello's gonna walk up stand, Swag has to get at least 3. Let's be realistic. Into Baptist will go with an MP9, wins another one. Hold on, it is Swag. I almost forgot. He's buying time for rotate. And he can get a third. Will he do it? No. Shut down by Bolts. It's frauding Caboose on an MP9 and a pistol. And there's still 40 seconds for INTZ.
Yeah, look at Caboose. He's on the flank, and maybe he gets overlooked, but maybe he just gets held down by Bolts with the op. SWOLE eliminating fraud have now put themselves even further and further closer to that finish. Caboose has made a few steps. He gets spotted by SWOLE. The taps away, and INTZ have done it. Humilhado, as they say in Portuguese, and congratulations to INTZ. What a phenomenal season they had.
Yep.
Congratulations. Very well played, boys. Very well played.
These guys have been lights out through any league they're playing in. They have looked phenomenal, and I wish them nothing but the best of luck going forward. From org changes to whatever happens, this team has made a staple in NA for at least a year plus, and they are really on that grind. And I mean, you can just see how well formed they are, how well they've come together. And honestly, the future is looking really bright for these.
Future is looking very bright for these guys. But unfortunately for SWOLE Patrol, commiseration, still, they made it to the finals. They've toppled some of the best teams in North America outside of the pro divisions, outside of the top 10 teams in here, in this region specifically. That is by no means a bad feat. It's a great job well done. But unfortunately, they could not topple the Brazilian beast. Viva! Oh, Counter-Strike, Brasileiro. You guys are beasts. Congratulations. And the action is over for this season, and hopefully we will have your support following along. I just want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining us for this action. Thank you for joining us throughout the entire season. Your support for the players, your support for the league, it is very appreciated. And to show our appreciation, we are giving away a 1 terabyte SSD worth over $100 right now on the stream. Keith, thank you for joining us. We're gonna be sending you out. If you have any closing words, this is your chance to say it.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having me. I just want to say, with everything going on right now on the scene, in the Counter-Strike scene, I just want to thank everyone for watching and loving the game as much as we love showing you and having these tournaments and being voices in the game. I think I speak for Roy when I say it's an honor to be casting these matches. It's an honor to be a part of the scene and a part of something. And I hope we're still able to grow it. We go for the homegrown angle, and I hope me and Roy can keep growing this. Roy's put tons of time into this, and same with Mel. And they've built it into something with the help of Winners League, into something that's genuine, homegrown, and very unique. So keep loving Counter-Strike, and just love Counter-Strike like I do. That's all I can say. Keep loving the game.
Beautifully said. Keith, thank you. Mel, let's bring in this giveaway. Keith, we're out of here. Peace out, man. Please, guys, follow this man on Twitter right here. Beautiful man, beautiful caster. His ad's down here below. Follow him on Twitter. And let's begin this giveaway, the final one that we have for you this season.